Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor. I'm your host, Jamie Bloom. Up first today, Kyle Bauer visits with Janelle Dobbins, Marketing Manager with From the Land of Kansas. Then enjoy this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Next, Kyle catches up with Jude Kastens with the Kansas Biological Survey. Then you won't want to miss this week's Kansas Farm Bureau Update. And we'll end with Plain Talk featuring Kyle Bauer and Duane Toews.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Grain Sorghum. Growers working together. Find out more at kansasgrainsorghum.org.
Welcome to Farm Factor. Up first today, Kyle visits with Janelle Dobbins to discuss the benefits of membership in From the Land of Kansas.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer. I have the opportunity to visit with Janelle Dobbins. She's with From the Land of Kansas. She's the marketing manager. Janelle, From the Land of Kansas has been around for a while and appears to be stronger than ever.
Yes, our program's been around for 20 plus years. We were in the Kansas Department of Agriculture, then we moved to the Kansas Department of Commerce, and 3 years ago we moved it back to the Kansas Department of Agriculture and are really working on growing our members and making it a really strong program.
So if I were to be involved with your program, my involvement is called a member. How many members do you have?
Right now, we currently have 350 members, and we have 5 levels of membership, so you can be as involved as you want to be. Our base level just kind of gets you into the program, and then members who are up at the 5 level could be working with Chef Allie and being featured on different segments that are on TV, being on our website, going to fancy food shows, whatever involvement they would like.
And I assume then that higher level of involvement would be a higher cost of membership?
Correct.
So as a member then, what can I expect from your department or your personnel?
So as a member, depending on your level of membership, you're definitely using our logo. And as consumers learn more about our From the Land of Kansas logo, they're looking for that when they're shopping. Also, as a member, you're getting to meet other members, talk to them about what's worked for them, what hasn't. We do an annual conference where we bring speakers in. And if you have questions about food safety licensing, if you want to get nutritional, we're kind of that conduit, and we can hook you up with anyone and help you get those questions answered to make sure you're being able to keep your business successful.
So what kinds of people that might be considering it wouldn't fit?
If you do business to business, that is not really kind of what we work on. We really work with selling to that end consumer.
And if I wanted to buy Land of Kansas products, how might I do that?
So you can go to our website, fromthelandofkansas.com, and then in the upper right-hand corner, there's a Shop the Marketplace button. So click on that, and you can go in, and there's everything from cheese curds to apple slices to chocolates to toffees, and you can order all of those items and have them shipped anywhere in the United States.
So I can, if you will, pick a product from company A, B, G, and L, and all have those shipped to one location.
Yes, they will all actually fulfill them at the individual businesses, but they will all be shipped to your final location. So your cousin who lives in Florida now but loves Kansas, this would be a great birthday gift. Send them a bunch of Kansas products.
And I suspect once that cousin gets that, he might be likely to order for other people in the future as well.
That is definitely our hope. As we know from our From the Land of Kansas members, they do have great quality products. And so when people taste them, use them, they really love them, and they usually keep using them and also buy them for others or suggest others to buy them.
We're visiting with Janelle Dobbins. She is with From the Land of Kansas, marketing manager. It's Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Kyle. Folks, come back after these messages for this week's Kansas Soybean Update.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways. Of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at kfrm.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, Tune us in. You'll be glad you did.
Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego is driven by the spirit of American ingenuity. Come in for a new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. If we don't have exactly what you want, we'll find it for you. And we also have a great selection of used cars. We make sure you have an easy, fun, and transparent sales experience that saves you time and money. But if you want high-pressure salesmen and hours spent in the finance office, you'll just have to go elsewhere. Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're making car buying great again.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com, Valley Vet Supply.
This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Charlene Patton, Consumer Media Specialist with the Kansas Soybean Commission, joins us. And Charlene, as we hit the month of April, that is National Soy Foods Month.
And we're always glad to tell the consumers the importance of soy foods. It's interesting to note that the Food and Drug Administration announced everyone to have 25 grams of soy protein every single day as part of a healthy diet, and we're ready to give them recipes and ideas for incorporating them into their diet.
And why is it important to learn more about soy?
You know, for a lot of consumers, they might have an allergy to something, and soy provides that alternative, whether it be to milk, whether it be to peanuts, whether it be even for those that might have another allergy. So we have those options.
There's a great way to learn more about that, and that's going to Kansas Soybean's website?
Absolutely. With the recipes that we have there, we provide a lot of choices for consumers. And the thing I like most, I think, about looking at soy foods for your diet are there are so many varieties of soy foods that you can add and not make very many changes in your diet and start seeing those benefits. One is using soy flour, and we suggest using soy flour in combination with all-purpose flour. If you sift 7 cups of all-purpose flour with 1 cup of soy flour into your flour canister and then use it in all your baking, whatever you're doing, you won't know it's there, and it provides that good health goodness. We work with the Kansas Sweet Commission on the National Festival of Breads, and again, we'll be seeing another winner here in 2017. But go to our website, you'll see those winning recipes. We also have the contest at the Kansas State Fair, and those winning recipes are also on our website. And this month, we're offering 3 different recipes that consumers can try. One is a layered tofu salad with a warm soy sauce dressing. We have several recipes for smoothies on our website. One, a strawberry smoothie. The other 2 recipes on our website are to go with that salad is a savory tomato and green chili spread. It uses the soy flour blend, soy milk, and one that we probably don't think of often enough is vegetable oil. Everyone who has vegetable oil in their kitchen is using the soybean product. And the third recipe we're featuring is a lemon cheesecake.
And all of this can be found on the website at kansassoybeans.org or call 877-577-6923. Charlene, appreciate you joining us. Thanks.
Thank you.
Charlene Patton, Consumer Media Specialist with the Kansas Soybean Commission, has joined us on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more Farm Factor with Kyle and Jude Kastens.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Dawn Dawson with the Better Horses Radio Show.
For over 9 years, we've been bringing the Better Horses Radio Show to markets all across the Midwest. We talk about God, lots about horses.
We talk about cows, we talk about horse health, we talk to top trainers, and we even talk about Roy Rogers.
We are having a blast with Better Horses Radio Show and would love to take it to a market near you.
So visit our website at betterhorsesradio.com and let us or your local radio station know you'd like to hear it in your area.
The Better Horses Radio Show is unbelievable.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back. Now Kyle and Jude Kastens talk about the Kansas Biological Survey and the important work it does for Kansas farmers.
Hi, I'm here with Jude Kastens, and he's with Kansas Biological Survey. Jude, tell us about the projects that Kansas Biological Survey does for the people of the state of Kansas.
We have a wide range of expertise from biologists to geographers, remote sensors, and we operate at a whole host of scales of problems as well. So we're here at the Water Conference because we deal with a lot of wetland research, and from freshwater, emergent wetlands in eastern Kansas to playa lakes in western Kansas. Reservoir sedimentation problems, in addition to vegetation monitoring as well, so we can keep track of drought and things like that. That's just a sampling of some of the things we do.
When you go to rural areas and deal with farmers, what sort of projects do you work with farmers that really has an issue for them that makes them more profitable or a better farm?
Well, some of our larger scale yield forecasting and greenness mapping and things like that, we're looking to take that to smaller scale. Certainly, it has some implications with all of the high precision ag data that's coming out now. So hopefully, scaling that down at some point. But in addition, some environmental things as well. As many of our wetlands have gone by the wayside here in Kansas, they serve the purpose besides promoting biodiversity and hydrologic filtering functions. We don't have a good handle on some of those things, and so we work with farmers to help use their property, their sites to help us with our studies to hopefully allow the state to make some more informed decisions when it comes to planning for the future.
Farm ponds have really been something that's been developed in the last 50 years across the state of Kansas. There's probably quite a few of them.
Yes, there's actually well over 100,000 water bodies of various sizes across Kansas, and many of those farm ponds are even older than that. And so one active project we have is working with the Kansas Water Office, is investigating some of the aging farm ponds that are no longer being used for their original purpose, and seeing how they've in the process of growing old, how they've developed wetland function and other utilities that can provide ecosystem goods and services to help offset some of the other things we're doing around on the landscape.
And truly, as you look at water quality moving off of the farms and through those farm ponds and into major reservoirs, some of the data you gather helps policymakers decide on what is good public policy.
Hopefully. We're a non-regulatory agency, but the idea is to help the state just really gather information and get a better handle on a lot of these problems that we're facing right now, or that at least that we're really giving attention to at this point. From the reservoir sedimentation, to the water quality issues and things like that.
We're visiting with Jude Kastens. He is with the Kansas Biological Survey. This is Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Kyle. Come back after the break for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.
Hey folks, Dr. Dan from Doc Talk. Have you asked yourself, how can I help provide relief to wildfire victims? Well, you can go to the Ashland Community Foundation, or you can go to the Kansas Livestock Association Foundation and make monetary gifts. Another way, you can buy this beautiful print. that was painted by Dr. Eva Gardner of the Gardner Angus Ranch of Ashland and Clark County area before the fire. This painting will be sold through the Kansas Livestock Association Foundation, and all proceeds will be provided to victims of the wildfire.
Grain sorghum is one of the most important cereal crops worldwide, and Kansas leads the nation in its production. Over the years, sorghum has been either exported, used in animal feed domestically, or for other industrial uses. Recently, its use in the ethanol market has seen tremendous growth, with 30% of domestic sorghum typically going to ethanol production. Kansas Grain Sorghum is committed to sorghum research, market development, and education. Learn more at ksgrainsorghum.org.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information. This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Farm Bureau update.
The American Farm Bureau Federation expresses its appreciation to Monsanto for its generous wildfire relief donation to be shared equally among Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas Farm Bureaus. $50,000 of the $200,000 donation is earmarked for the Young Farmer and Rancher Wildfire Relief Fund in place to help beginning and young farmers and ranchers in the 4 affected states. AFBF Young Farmers and Ranchers Committee Chair Colina Bruce says any beginning or young farmer or rancher impacted by the fires can qualify for the relief fund.
Monsanto graciously gave us a $50,000 donation to go to beginning and young farmer relief for the wildfires. And so we've set up a separate fund specifically that covers the 4 states. Those that will be eligible for these funds will be all beginning and young farmers. You don't have to be a Farm Bureau member to qualify. That application process isn't quite finalized yet, and we'll have that available for people in the next 2 weeks.
Bruce says the funding will help young farmers and ranchers stay in agriculture and rebuild their farms.
If you get wiped out all at once, it's really easy to just say, well, maybe farming's just not for us and let's move on. And we really want to encourage those young farmers, beginning farmers, to stay within our industry and to rebuild.
Those in the path of the wildfires lost everything, and Bruce says the funding will address immediate and long-term needs.
Right now they need hay and fencing supplies, milk replacer for the thousands of orphan calves. They've lost everything, their clothes, pots and pans, everything. And so there's immediate need to help them with those necessities, but then just long term as well. All the fence that has to be rebuilt, all the animals that have to be repurchased or raised, and it is a long-term process of rebuilding for them.
Bruce says the donation by Monsanto will ensure a vibrant future for farmers and ranchers in the affected areas.
We want to thank Monsanto again for all that they have done for wildfire relief, and especially for the beginning and young farmers and ranchers. The $50,000 donation that they have given will go to rebuild and ensure that agriculture is strong in the future.
Michael Clements, Washington.
We'll be back after the break with this week's Plain Talk.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Tarwater Farm and Home has been family owned and operated since its beginning in 1978. What you need for farm and agriculture, lawn and garden, clothing and footwear, and so much more. You'll be surprised at what you'll find in this huge store. They have what you need and lots of it. So come take a look. You'll discover that customer service is first and foremost. Always has been with the Tarwaters. Tarwater Farm and Home, 4107 North Topeka Boulevard.
I had this horse. It was a good horse, except for when the wind was blowing above 30 miles an hour. Wind was blowing about 35, 40, and I saddled him up, rode him out to the end of the lane, and I thought, well, he's doing pretty good. And about 6 jumps later, I was laying on the ground and thinking, boy, my shoulders sure hurt. I kept waiting, and it didn't get better, and so I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and that showed that I had torn rotator cuff. And said, well, we'll have to do surgery. I thought, I farm and ranch by myself. This is not going to work out very well. I'd been sleeping in my recliner for about 2.5 years because it hurt too much to sleep in bed on my side. And I'd heard about Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center on the radio and gotten down there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 11:30 the procedure was all over. They just took some fat out of my side here and spun that down for about 45 minutes and then injected it in my shoulders, and I was on my way. It's something you don't hear about, but I thought it was worth a try, and I'm really pleased. It's really worked out well for me.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Welcome back. Now let's see what Kyle and Duane are up to today on Plain Talk.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer with Plain Talk with the Duane Toews.
I'm here and accounted for in your fact or fiction question of the day, Kyle Bauer. Harley-Davidson makes more profit selling Harley-Davidson licensed products like T-shirts, baby bibs, and other items than it does selling motorcycles.
True.
Fact or fiction?
Fact.
That's false.
Really?
In 2013, the latest year of data,
I'll call that reason.
They made 80% of all profits by selling motorcycles.
Really?
$5.9 billion worth of motorcycles to be
That's a lot of motorcycles, boy.
Fat Cat Road Hogs. I don't know where they came up with that.
Well, I thought that was an easy one.
You thought it was a
I
home
thought I had
run.
a slam dunk on that.
Yeah. There are more people that wear Harley shirts than that ride motorcycles.
Well, and when you go in one of those stores, I mean, there's all kinds of apparel, and it's not cheap by any means.
No, it's not.
When you come to time of the year when we have the NCAA tournament and the brackets.
Right.
And every office has a pool.
No, they don't.
Okay, you're right. But many do.
We've heard some do.
There are more people that fill out a bracket that actually has money involved than voted in the last presidential election.
Oh, that's a bit embarrassing.
Isn't that embarrassing from the fact that it's illegal everywhere to do it?
Except in Vegas. I don't know if there's any books on the Northeast Coast, if there's any sports books.
Yeah, but the office pools and all of that, there's more people will fill out a bracket that has money involved. It might be $1. Let's face it, most all these brackets are fun.
The vast majority of them are for entertainment purposes only.
Right. It keeps you a little interested, but there's more people that did that than voted.
I thought you were going to say there was more money bet on the side like that than actually gets bet on legit sport books.
You're absolutely right. See
it
if I
wouldn't
can
surprise
find it.
me
See
at
if
all
I can
if-
find. Oh, it's not even close.
If that was the case,
if I can find the amount here,
it's not like it's
the
reported.
amount that. Here it is. No, that is. It's literally something like $2 billion is bet on the illegal side, and and $700,000 on the legal side.
Well, you know, just trying to keep the middleman out of the game.
Well, it's kind of the old lottery story that states have the legalized. Everybody has $1 in their pocket.
Yeah.
So it's like, on the.
So the state's glad to take it from you.
Well, you've seen more than one office pool without implicating anyone and someone going to prison where. It
never happened to my knowledge.
No, you've never seen it in person, but you've heard somebody talk about it where, they bet $5 and for the whole bracket, and they draw the names out of a hat.
Yeah.
So the point is, everybody has $5, and everybody can draw a name out of a hat.
It's the luck of the draw on what teams you got.
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Jamie Bloom, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. See you next week on Farm Factor. We're here every Tuesday on Ag AM in Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamandkansas.com.